everyone, I've been promising this video in so long. This is how I buy luxury and actually save money. I would say that I first started buying luxury items in 2011. Maybe the end of 2010, and that for me was the point in my life where I was just about able to start doing it financially in terms of my job and things like that. Since that point, I've saved thousands on items that I've bought. I'm also talking about how you can buy from the likes of eBay and other secondhand websites and make sure that you get the real thing and that you don't get ripped off, because I've bought so many designer bargains on there as well, like you wouldn't believe. I'm really proud as well to be doing this video in sponsorship with ShopTagger. ShopTagger is actually a tool that a lot of you guys told me about last November around about the Cyber Weekend sales. I was using it ever since, and then they ended up approaching me in December asking if I wanted to collaborate with them, and it just seemed perfect. ShopTagger in layman's terms, I would describe as the functionality to have a wish list of multiple different items from different online retailers in one central place. With the addition of real-time notifications, if any of the items you've got tagged should ever go on sale, or if perhaps you want to get something and it's not available in your size, you get straight away like an email to tell you. So you create an online account. This goes on your mobile as well, so if you shop a lot on your mobile, you can do it that way. First thing you do, really the only thing you do, is you click on this get the button icon. You then click on the green plus tag, and that adds a little black icon to the top corner of your internet browser. Then I'm going to demonstrate this with a pair of shoes or a pair of boots that I really want from Net-a-Porter. And if these ever go on sale, I want to know about it. So you don't have to, but what I like to do is I like to pick my size, and in this instance they're actually sold out, which is good because ShopTagger will tell me not only if they ever go on sale, but it will also tell me if ever my size comes back in stock. I then click on the black ShopTagger icon, brings up this dialog box, and the crucial thing is notify when. So you can pick if you only ever want to know if there's 25% off or 50%. To be honest, I just put any price change because anything is better than nothing. So if you want to be very organised, you can add a list. I actually only have two because I mainly shop for accessories and for shoes and boots. That item is then added to your dashboard, and if there's ever a change in price or the size comes back in stock, you can either see it centrally here or they actually send you an email. The first thing that I've ever bought using ShopTagger is this. This is a Burberry scarf that I initially saw back in November. It was £195 back then. I think it was like the second week in December. I got a notification from ShopTagger on my email just saying that this one particular retailer that I tagged it on was having a 20% off. So that's another thing to note, is when you are tagging things, I try and not tag things that I want just on one website. I try and find it on multiple, because sometimes, like Net-a-Porter tend to never do a discount unless they're having their seasonal sale, whereas places like Farfetch, My Teresa and Louisa Via Roma do quite a lot of sales. So if you want something, try and bookmark it in as many places as you can. The next way to save money is to buy secondhand. You can really save money doing this, and there's a couple of things that I've bought over the years for quite a big discount. The first thing is this blazer, which is from Burberry. Now there's many different levels in Burberry in terms of price point. This is from the mainline collection. I'd seen it, this was going back a couple of years now, but I'd seen it and it was $795 at the time. I loved the cut of it, but I also liked that when you flipped up the collar, it just had that subtle Burberry check through it, but not in like a crazy way. Look for sellers that clearly don't have a clue about the item they're selling. In terms of, like, they might know everything about the item, but they've put up a really grainy, rubbishy picture and not a very good description. They are the people to go and get a good discount from. I ended up buying this off a lady who I managed to hammer down to £89. This is something that's been dry cleaned a million times. I've worn it for work, I've worn it for weekend, and it's a great item. Whenever I wear it, I still get lots of people asking where it's from, and they don't sell it anymore, Burberry that is. The second item that I've ever bought from eBay are my first pair of Stuart Weitzman Highland boots. If you want a pair of these boots, or any boots, don't look in winter. In winter, the prices really jump up. I ended up buying these on a really swelteringly hot August week, and I got them for an absolute bargain. I got them for just over 50% off, and the lady that I bought them from had never worn them. Winter is the best time to buy summer clothes, and summer is the best time to buy winter. Because they're seasonally out, you can end up negotiating quite a good deal. This is a Louis Vuitton Neverfull in the GM size. I didn't particularly want to go and spend full price on a brand new one, given the sort of work that I wanted to put this bag through. You know, like, it's sort of like a workhorse. I didn't want to go and buy something box fresh only to sort of kind of ruin it quite quickly. eBay can be rife with fakes, and this is one of the things that I think puts most people off. My biggest piece of advice when you're buying on eBay is don't blindly buy something. Go and, if possible, look at the real thing first. Make yourself acquainted with every detail on it, how the labels are stitched on, any care instructions on the inside, things like buttons on clothing, how the logo is printed into it, if at all. Also, there are certain items that are most likely to be fake than others. Let's say the Burberry blazer. I was already familiar with the real thing, but the chances of someone selling a fake Burberry blazer are a lot less than someone selling a fake Louis Vuitton handbag. Make sure that you're buying from a reputable seller. Ideally, someone who has got a history of selling luxury items. And remember, when buying secondhand, use PayPal, but try and always pay using a credit card on PayPal, because if you ever get any issues and you can't get your money back through PayPal, then your credit card will help you out. Loyalty cards and refer a friend schemes. Starting with loyalty cards. I've made a lot of discount over the years on the Harrods loyalty card. Pick your favourite store. Most of them have got a rewards scheme. Harrods have got a pretty good one where every time you spend, you get points for every £1 that you spend. At the end of the year, they convert those into a voucher, like a credit voucher, for you to use against other things. But in addition to that, with the Harrods discount, you also get access to a couple of 10% discounts a year. That really has enabled me to go in on days where I know I'm going to be spending money. Let's say it's my birthday. I know I'm going to be going into the store that day, and although the 10% does not cover every brand, it normally covers brands like Balmain, Sophia Webster. It doesn't cover things like Chanel, Dior, that sort of thing, but anything else it does. If maybe you're more of an online shopper, places like Louise Via Roma also do a really good point system. Some of those points, you can convert them into like trips away and things like that. Also think about refer a friend schemes. Farfetch is good for this. I've bought Valentino rock studs on there before, which were already a good price because the seller was based in Italy, and at the time, they were selling in euros, which when converted into pounds was lower than they would have been to have bought from the UK. So obviously I bought them, but also because I signed up a new account, I got 10% off my first order. In addition, I could then refer a friend. They would get 10% off immediately, and then if they bought anything, I'd get an additional 10% off to use when I chose to. Seasonal sales. We're right in the middle of one at the moment, which is the after Christmas January sales. But also there are other sales that happen in the summer, and then also you've got Black Friday and Cyber Weekend at the end of November. If you're going to shop in store, the best thing to do is to know what you want, so that on the day when you get there, you can go straight to where that particular item is, and if it's in the sale, you can bag that. If you are not sure about dates for sales, always phone up ahead. Even though I know the Chanel sale to be the first day back in the new year, I always phone up my local boutique anyway, just to make doubly sure, because some years it has changed a bit. The fifth point is email newsletters. I have been banging on to you guys about this for a long time, but signing up to email newsletters is the best way of being informed about any promotions before they happen. One of the places that I shop from the most is Louise Via Roma, and their discounts on top line items can be insane. They're sort of not even strategic as such, that you can't even say that they're in the summer and in the winter only. Throughout the course of the year, every so often I'll get an email pop up and it'll just be like, for one day only, 50% off everything. I've bought Balmain blazers from there. I've got 3, and every single one that I've bought, I have bought at a discount. The biggest discount I've ever got is 50% off. And I chose to get this red one with it, which I got for just over £600, and it was for just like over £1,400 originally. I've also bought an Yves Saint Laurent blogger bag that I got there for 20% off, as well as a Monsieur Gabriel bag that I got for, oh my god, I got it for like £200, I think, from memory. As I say, details are in here. A lot of websites will also give you a straight up coupon code ranging from 10% to 25%, even 30% for signing up to their email newsletter. So very often, even if you're not too interested longer term in notifications from them, if there's something on there right now that you want to buy, they normally tell you about it. Point 6. This is a cheeky one, but it works. Go onto the website, create an account if you don't have one, go shopping, add a load of things to your basket, then shut the website down. Like, just close the page, go and do whatever you need to do for the day. A lot of websites, in a bid to try and make you buy the items that you've put in your cart, they will send you an email following up to say, don't forget you've got these things in your cart. Karen Millen is a really good example. I don't know if they still do it, but I've bought a couple of things from there and I've used this strategy. You exit the website and they send you an email, maybe like an hour later, and they remind you of the things in your cart and they offer you a 10% off to try and encourage you to go and buy them. Just as I say, you must log in though, because if you don't log in, they don't know what email to send the communication to. So always log in. The final point is to pick the brands that you like and follow their social media accounts. These tend to be the places where brands communicate one-off discounts, not even necessarily communicated on email newsletters. ASOS is a really good example of this, as is My Teresa. I very rarely get emails from ASOS with coupon codes in them. I do get them from My Teresa from time to time, but if I'm digging around for a coupon code, I always go straight to their Facebook and Twitter pages and I scroll back through time to see if there's anything there. If you have used any of these techniques and you've made a discount on things, please share them below, particularly if you've done it on items that you would not expect to ever have a discount, like the Balmain blazers or the Yves Saint Laurent bags, anything like that. Please share, because it's good for everyone to know. Everything is going to be linked to below, including a link to where you can find out more about ShopTagger. I really appreciate all of you watching and I hope that you found this helpful in some way. Happy saving, enjoy the sales, and I will see you in the next video.